Good afternoon from the Ozarks First Digital Desk. I'm Parker Padgett, continuing a series. I know I've fallen behind, but I am back. It is Today in History, and today we are looking at June 17th. We're looking at some of the most famous events and the most some notable birthdays, things like that happened on this day, June 17th, throughout history. So, as always, all this information comes from the Encyclopedia Britannica. So we're going to walk you through. We're going to start with some notable birthdays. Probably the most famous person right now on the list, and that's just due to pop culture, music, things like that. Born in 1987, Kendrick Lamar has obviously had a very successful 2024 with his music, and then obviously was the featured artist in the Super Bowl 59 halftime show. So that today is his birthday. Born in 1943, American politician Newt Gingrich. He was born on this day, like I said, 1943. 1871 saw the birth of James Weldon Johnson. He is an American poet, and like I said, his birthday was today, but back in 1871. And then 1943 saw the birth of American singer Barry Manilow. Let's see. So, yeah, his birthday was today, 1943. I'm sure everybody has a favorite song. Probably the first one that comes to people's mind, probably Copacabana, but it is a classic, and I don't blame them for thinking about that. But this day has a couple very significant moments in history, specifically on this day in 1994. Police arrested O.J. Simpson. I'm sure everybody remembers the infamous slow-moving, or I wouldn't say slow-moving, but slower-paced police pursuit back in 1994. Obviously, that became one of the very first major publicized trials, kind of the beginning to that era that kind of sparked the 24-hour news cycle, at least from my perspective. But that happened on this day in 1994. Also on this day in 1972, the Watergate was broken into by 5 men who were later arrested, and that sparked the Watergate scandal, which obviously led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. Let's see what else we have here. 1775, there was the Battle of Bunker Hill. And it says here, American colonial revolutionaries clashed with British regulars during the siege of Boston. Also on this day in 1994, Iceland declared itself a republic. And in 1940, just 4 years before that, the Soviet Red Army invaded Latvia, which led to the incorporation of the USSR. So those are some notable events. Another one here from the Encyclopedia Britannica is on June 17th of 1963. The U.S. Supreme Court held up by a vote of 8-1 that no state or locality, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, could require reciting the Lord's Prayer or Bible readings in public schools. So those are just a lot of those notable events that have happened, specifically on June 17th. Did any of these stick out to you? Do you remember where you were on certain days like this? Let us know in the comments, and we'll be back with another edition of On This Day in History.